start, first off, congratulations on Tuesday. How nice is it to get another win under the belt first for a while?
Nice for the players, brilliant for the supporters, on many different in many different ways, and we've got to say it's not that we didn't deserve it either. So yeah, really pleased.
Do you think this can be sort of like a catalyst, a turning point for the season? You know.
Well, we'll definitely see on Saturday.
Yeah.
We believe so. That's been our message to the players over time. They've not been far away. I've said it here on a number of occasions now but they're not far away. But has got some context behind it. It's how we've not been far away, and we'd have the same discussion last Saturday. You look at chance for chance. There's very little in the game. We don't capitalise on the opportunity to present yourself. We did on Tuesday. You could argue there were 3 or 4 moments in the first half that we should have capitalised even more, and made the game a little bit more secure. But I think you can watch every game of football through the country and everybody will be sat there going, we had opportunities to score a second and maybe didn't, or whatever that looks like. But credit as well to the back line and defensively. I thought defensively without the ball, the structure was very good. And the players, particularly those who were regularly sat behind the ball for long periods with high levels of concentration and discipline, deserve great credit from Tuesday night.
And you speak about, maybe winning it by 3 or 4 goals, and I think it was about 70% possession. Do you think something clicked on Tuesday that we haven't seen, or what was it?
I don't. I wish I could say yes, and I know what it is. I think it's clear that what's always been evident is the level of application and the desire and commitment. That's never been in question, and you're always at a good place if that's a platform in every performance, and it has been. So what we did on Tuesday was similar to the early games, where we certainly had a lot of the ball first half. We were really effective at key moments of the game, but we had to defend really well because, like we spoke about afterwards, you look at the midfield, the core of the team. We've got some top talent in there, and high levels of experience. So what we had to have as the game were almost really good levels of concentration, a level of focus. So we showed both sides of the game, and showing that we could keep a clean sheet was equally important for us. So many things to be pleased with, but that's done. We move on, and we've got a really tough game ahead of us on Saturday at Accrington.
And you mentioned the Swindon game and how close it was. The PGMOL have come out with an apology. I think they said you should have been given a penalty when you weren't. What's the feeling there? Is it frustration? Like, how do you... doesn't mean anything.
Well, we all make mistakes. I think I'm trying to get the exact terminology. It might have been short of an apology, but it was an acceptance that maybe the referee didn't make the right decision. Would probably be the framing of that. We know that at the time, when you've got that on live playback in a technical area. So we're aware of the fact he's made a decision, an error. It doesn't help us. So we have to accept it, we have to move on, and then we have to believe that they will go for us moving forward, and we get the opportunities to capitalise when the next one gets given in our favour.
And talking about moving on, it's Accrington on Saturday, like you said. What are you expecting from them?
Really tough game. We watched a couple of 2 or 3 of the last games yesterday and today. Very difficult. Accrington's a really difficult place to go historically. Equally so this year, so we know it'll be tough, it'll be really competitive, and we'll need to show the same levels in both areas of the game as we did on Tuesday night, and equally as we have done in the vast majority of our games this year.
And looking at the run of fixtures purely based on the table, there's a lot of favourable fixtures, big 6-pointers. How are you feeling going into that sort of tough run of games, important run of games?
Yeah, no different to what we have done in any of the other performances in terms of preparation and readiness. We've been consistent in how we've prepared for all of our performances so far in each game, respecting the strengths and weaknesses, strengths of the opposition. So that won't change, and the games are not getting easier. I do think it's a bit of a myth that the games program gets, the level of games in the next month, because they're not in the top 9, top 10. The reality would be teams will be looking to put a run together to get back into the top 10, let's say. So they provide a different challenge. They definitely don't provide an easier one.
And we heard the county fans on Tuesday chanting, "We are staying up." There's a clear belief with the fans. I assume it extends to the players as well.
Yeah, we've not discussed anything other than winning games. We were really pleased. We gave the supporters something to cheer about. The result, they were fantastic. They have been at all times. Terrific to see the away in full on Tuesday night as well, and that's also important. You can see the connection between the players and supporters as well. So really, really positive. We're not thinking of anything other than Saturday and what we need to do to try and secure 3 points.
You can see it on their faces, your face after the match, how much you enjoyed that. It's important to be rewarded for your hard work. You said how much what they've been putting in training.
Yeah.
To then lose at the weekend, it's
winning games it's not easy, and you've got to suffer at moments of the game, and there's certainly key points in time where you need some good fortune and a block or tracking a runner, or when the ball falls, it falls to you. There's definitely some thoughts around, well, you can make that the case by ensuring that you track runners and all of those points in time. You definitely enjoy the moment and savouring that success. People will say it's the Vertu Cup and this, that and the other. Irrespective, listen, they had a good team out. Let's not say they didn't. They were very good second half. Let's give them credit. Let's give the players credit, and equally, I don't think anyone was going overboard with enjoying the success of the game and the result in the end. The lads had to work for it, and if you have to work for it, I think you've got to enjoy it when it arrives.
You mentioned the chances that didn't go in, the ones you didn't make the most of. Is it fair to say you're still looking at getting that perfect partnership up front, or the optimum partnership?
Yeah, I suppose every individual in the top line offers a different skill set. So Michael, Bobby in wide areas on Tuesday night offered real good attacking offensive threats around the outside, disciplined defensively. Nathan's link play was excellent, and it has been on a regular basis. Michael Raindorf obviously unavailable on Tuesday, and Courtney Baker-Richardson. So they and Jed Garner's obviously injured at the moment. So they all offer different qualities and different characteristics that lend themselves to the team in different ways. So what we have to do is, I suppose it'd be fair to assume Jed's not really had a run of games with niggles and finding it a challenge to maintain fitness. So for us, that's definitely something we need to try and ensure we're looking at. And then equally, we might not have got a consistent run of partnerships, but I think there's definite clarity in the two wide players were offering huge amounts of threat going around the outside, counter-attacking moments. Bobby's pass for the running behind for Nathan in the lead up to Kai's ball for the goal, and so there's definitely, it would be clear that there's relationships forming in those areas of the pitch. What we have to ensure is that we're continuing to seek being in a position where we create the opportunities and capitalise at key moments in those games.
How are we looking with injury-wise? Habib went off the other day.
Habib went off, so we're just monitoring him today, see how he is tomorrow. A couple of the guys were fatigue related, but they're absolutely fine. So Jed Garner's trained this morning. So yeah, from that we'll know a little bit more tomorrow. We'll probably have a fitness test with Habib in the morning, just to make sure he's 100%.
Spellman that was just fatigue.
Yeah. Michael's. It's been a challenging time for him, because we think back to MK Dons, which we made a conscious decision to know he'd go 45 minutes, and then he's found it difficult in the games afterwards. He was unwell and ill, so 15-20 minutes he played at Cambridge and looked really fatigued. So we've tried to ensure that we're putting him in when he's ready. After an hour on Tuesday, it was fatiguing, and as a consequence, we made a change.
Could Jed possibly be involved this weekend?
Yeah, Jed's available. He trained today. We'll train tomorrow. So Jed has the opportunity and the potential to be involved on Saturday.
That's great. So another option.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the most for us. It's been a challenge, isn't it? We've 1-0 on Tuesday, and we look at the opportunities we created in all of our games. The hardest thing to do is put the ball in the back of the net. Having another one available who can do that is a huge positive for us.
Nick and Ben still away. Matt and Liam still ruled out.
Yeah.
This weekend you're travelling tomorrow and training on the way. Is that the plan?
We'll train here in the morning. We'll train a little bit early, get on the road as early as possible, and look forward to 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, following up Tuesday night.
Yeah, thank you.
And another member of the coaching staff that's going through some sort of personal family issues at the moment. Is there a message you'd like to send out to them and the family at the moment?
I just think on behalf of everybody really at the football club, Lee Kendall's mum, Gaynor's having a really tough time at the minute, and everybody's thinking of her. So she gets all of our support. She's in our best wishes at the moment. Goes back a huge period of time in the club from Mark playing here, and Lee, she's been at a number of games at the start of the season. So just to say that we're thinking of her.